Ever since the iPhone came out, I've been using this phone almost daily. And one of the cool things about the iPhone and why people keep coming back to it is because it's not just about the phone. Because there's so many other solid phones out there as well. The iPhone draws people because of the ecosystem of accessories, the gadgets that all kind of complement the phone so well. Which is why I decided to go through all the effort and save you the time and money, because I'm foolish enough to throw money at my problems and basically shortlist some of my all-time favorite accessories over the year, which I personally think you are going to love. All I ask in return is you don't subscribe yet. Just keep it in your mind as you watch this video, and if you think throughout this video I've proved myself and I've provided enough value, then I would really appreciate the gesture of a subscription to the channel, a like, and maybe even a comment if you are feeling very nice. Let's get into it. So the first product we're gonna be looking at is the Apple Watch Series 11. Now this one that I have here is the titanium version with the Milanese loop. I used to wear the Apple Watch a lot in the past, but over the past like 4 or 5 years, I've been really into traditional watches. So I stopped using the Apple Watch as much and I just use it for like workouts and stuff. In between I was using the Apple Watch Ultra and it just felt way too bulky and big, but going to this titanium Apple Watch, again, and the way it looks and feels and sits on your hand, I think they've won me over again. What I like about the days where I wear this over my traditional watches is it gives you like small quality of life improvements. I end up checking my phone a lot less, and because any notifications and stuff that come up, I'll quickly just glance at my wrist and I'll know whether I need to pick up the phone or not. Because the second I pick up my phone, that's it. Like all the apps, Instagram, everything are fighting for my attention. And I don't know if I'm strong enough. Also taking calls on the Apple Watch is really nice. And it's also super useful to take photos on this remotely. I can just put the phone down somewhere and go ahead and trigger the shutter with my watch. Super helpful. Now the next accessory that I've been wearing consistently for quite some time now is this, and this is the Whoop band. I'm sure you've seen a lot of different athletes and a lot of different people wear it. I mean, I consider myself a bit of an athlete as well. Look, I wear this thing every single day because I don't like sleeping with the Apple Watch, but I also do like having all of my metrics and stuff in one place. I want to see what my sleep cycle and stuff looks like. I'm very data driven that way sometimes. So I wear this either on my wrist, but also another option is, which you can't do with the Apple Watches, you can wear it on your bicep. Look, I would totally love to show you how this looks, but I don't have a permit. Oh, permit for what, you ask? Permit for these guns. And also if you're data driven. So just to give you an example, this is like one of my usual days. My recovery is super bad, my sleep, but you can like jump into any specific thing and kind of see like what your sleep kind of look like. There's a lot of data, like you can dig into like so many different things here. Also 2-week battery life, so I sometimes just forget I'm even wearing it. And the only downside to this thing is that it is pretty expensive because it is a subscription model and you gotta pay for it monthly. Next I wanna talk about one of my favorite all-time Apple accessories, like hands down, and that is the AirPods Pros. And the ones I have here are naturally the AirPod Pro 3s, like that little emoji I got on there. It's just befitting of like AirPods, right? But these things, I actually did a full review on the AirPod Pro 3s. I actually really like my AirPod Pro 2s as well, but I mean, that's an entirely different debate. Check out that video if you want to know more about this. These things are just immensely convenient. The best ANC that I have had in any in-ear headphones. Transparency mode on this is incredible. Sometimes I forget that I'm even wearing headphones, and the convenience factor of switching between Apple devices and having this switch with you and even take calls and whatnot on this is just incredible. Another pair of headphones that I really like are the Powerbeats Fit. Now I love how these ones actually feel in your ear, and basically they have like this like little wingtip over here, and that will go inside your ear and kind of just hold the headphones there. Look, these things are elite, especially for workouts and stuff like that. Literally, I just keep these in my gym bag now at all times, and anytime, you know, it always has battery. It has like 30 hours of battery life or something on this thing. So you will pretty much stay juiced at all times, unless you're like a gym rat like me. I mean, 30 hours is not that much because I spend much more than that at the gym. And sometimes I'm like 26 hours in the gym in a day, right? It's crazy. But look, these wingtips are super secure. I love the case. It's nice and small. It also has active noise cancellation, which is pretty good, and transparency as well, just like the AirPods, and it's sweat and water resistant. But look, there are some of you guys out there that are over ear people, and you just prefer having something over your ears rather than inside inside your ears. Now, if you're one of those people, then these are the Sony XM6s, and these are elite, super comfortable, super well made, very light, very soft touch materials everywhere. These things are an absolute treat to use. Excellent sound quality, and the ANC on this is just goated. So if you're traveling or anything like that, these things are absolutely phenomenal. I also did do a dedicated video on this as well. I'll have it linked somewhere. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. But these things are really nice. They also come with this nice little case here. It's basically fold right into it. Pretty good. But yeah, highly recommend these. If you're looking for over-ear headphones, these things are solid. Look, everybody's talking about it, and it's true. The aluminum finish on these iPhones is super prone to damage. One drop, that's all it literally takes. So the case that I'm recommending here today, who is also the sponsor of this video, ESR. And look, I've talked about their cases time and time again. These guys literally make the best bang for buck cases out there on the market. This particular one is called their ESR Classic Hybrid Magnetic Case. Huge fan of these cases. I love the clear case, and I like how the Apple logo just shows up right there in the middle. This is a really good case. And I also love this because it has a guard all the way around the cameras, and it also has a plastic cover on this camera module here. And look what you can do with this. This thing opens up like a little stand, and you can go ahead and like watch a video or something like that. Just put it to the side. I can even use it in portrait mode. Now, the other thing I would highly recommend is their screen protectors. It's actually the screen protector I have on my iPhone right now. Literally, you just throw your phone on here, close it, and then pull this, and boom, your screen protector's on. And these work really well as well. And while I'm at it, I thought I'd also feature their ESR Cryo Boost 3-in-1 magnetic charging station if you're in the Apple ecosystem, because you can throw your phone here, you can throw your Apple Watch over here, wireless headphones down here. It also has like a fan built in that you can control. But yeah, if you're interested in any of those products, then I'm gonna have all of them and everything I talk about in this video linked in the description down below. Now, the next case I want to talk about, this is unreasonably, unruly expensive. It's another super unnecessary and expensive case option out there, and this one is from a company called Rimowa. Okay. Now, this is a very high-end luxury case option because these things are $250 Canadian each. Now, Rimowa is a luxury designer suitcase brand that's been around for a very long time. They have this iconic Rimowa look to them with these vertical lines they put on their aluminum suitcases, and people really like that iconic look, including myself, guilty as charged. Now, these things are a tough sell, okay, because they're not only super expensive, but they actually nerf your phone, okay? So it's like you're paying extra money to actually downgrade your phone. It doesn't make any sense, and I'll tell you why. Because you throw this on, looks super nice, but no more MagSafe, because this back plate here is aluminum. So because of that, you lose the MagSafe capability. The other thing is these buttons are super tough to press. Like, to press them, you really have to like push in. I don't like that, but even with all of those issues, I kind of love them. Now look, speaking of charging, were we speaking about charging? Well, now we are. Let's talk about some very cool charging accessories. One thing I like keeping with me all the time is a fully charged power bank, and this one is a really cool option from a company called Anker. You've probably seen these around a lot. And look, having one of these in your bag at all times will get rid of a lot of anxiety, because there's a lot of times you might run out of juice on your iPad, laptop, or phone, and you don't have a wall outlet to go and plug into. This will help you juice up. This thing is absolutely solid. I love this nice little OLED screen that will tell you exactly how much battery, how much juice you have left. This thing has about like 25,000 milliamps built in, and one single port from this can charge up to 100 watts at a time, which means your MacBook Pro and stuff can be charged no issues with this thing. But hands down, my favorite part is you have not one, but two built-in cables. So one here in this actual lanyard, you can actually go ahead and take that out, and you have another option up here that you can go ahead, and this one is like basically one of those, can get really long if you wanted to. This is really cool. And then when you're not using it, magnetizes and just goes and sits back there. This is a solid charger, probably one of my favorite ones I've seen on the market. Definitely plan to use this a lot more. It's gonna go in my bag anywhere I go. Apart from actually having a power bank, if you are a lucky iPhone owner, then you actually have something called MagSafe, and you don't need to technically plug in here. It's like, what are we, like cavemen, right? Why are we plugging in phones when you can get like a MagSafe charger? This way I can just go ahead and attach it to my phone, and boom, it's charging, and now I can go ahead and throw the phone in my pocket or just use my phone without a cable dangling out of it. These are my favorite MagSafe chargers. They're from a company called Charge, and I absolutely love what these guys do. Their designs are incredible, and this is, I think they're called them the Carbon Mags. This is like 5,000 milliamps. This is like 10,000 milliamps. Nice and slim profile, very well made. Anytime I travel or I'm outside, you will always see one of these either in my pouch or like my backpack or everyday carry, or if I'm traveling, these will always be in my travel bags. These things are super clutch. Now, speaking about carrying pouches or slings, let's talk about the one that I actually use the most, and that is this. I recently started using slings a lot more because I saw this video recently where they're basically talking about how having a phone in your pocket and it's proven to have lower testosterone. Now, I got tons of testosterone to spare, but I mean, it's like just a problem I keep, you know, struggling with. And not only that, it is super convenient because you know your AirPods, you know your MagSafe charger, all of these like little things, you can go ahead and throw it into your pouch. It's like having a purse, but more manly. This is absolutely clutch. And the reason why I went with the Grams 28 everyday sling is because I love how this looks and feels. Super high quality, super well made sling here. This is all Italian leather, and it's just gonna last you a very long time. They have a lifetime warranty if anything happens. The zippers, the way the feel, even the buckle, like the buckle is like all metal, and the way it opens and the way it clinks and clangs. Like, I just feel bougie when I have it with me. So now you've picked up your chargers, you've picked up your pouch, now you're ready to head outside the home. Where do you go? Now you make your way over to the car, and let me show you some other cool accessories that I use quite often. Okay, so one of the issues that always happens when you sit inside the car is this. No, God! Yeah, that's basically gone into the abyss. Like, you're never finding that. Which is why I always use something like this. This is the Nomad Car MagSafe Mount. It can literally just go into like your air conditioning unit right here like this, and then boom, now you have your phone MagSafed. You can go ahead, change the orientation however you want it. Now, if you didn't want to block up one of your AC vents, you have another option as well, and that is this guy. This is a suction cup car mount from a company called Ugreen, and basically what you can do is you can suction cup this to either your dashboard or your windshield, and then all you got to do is rotate this to lock it, and it literally suctions very strongly to the top, and then you can go ahead and MagSafe your phone to use that way. Again, this also can allow you to adjust portrait, landscape, whatever you'd like. Now look, one of the big things with the new iPhones, or even iPhones from like 2 or 3 or 4 years ago, is the camera. And if you're buying a new iPhone and you don't use the camera features to their full capabilities, it's kind of like wasted potential, right? Like some of you guys watching this video. I'm just kidding, I love you guys. So here are a few products that will actually work really well if you're into using the camera. Now, first and foremost, one of the questions that I guessed the most is, Tausif, I'm using my phone for recording small videos here and there, but I need a mic option. Now, for all those people, I tell them the most premium option and the best option if you want something that's gonna last you a long time, that is the highest quality you can get for the money, and that will scale with you even after you upgrade to like cinema cameras and stuff like that, and that is the DJI Mic 3. This thing is absolutely incredible, right? And basically what it is you get 2 of these little receivers inside the box. So if you wanted to do like interviews or podcasts and stuff, you're already set. You get this in the box, and everything you need is conveniently placed inside this little box. You have your actual receivers, right? Which, by the way, can be magnetically attached to your shirt as well. And you can also record internally, or you can go ahead and use this transmitter to connect directly with USB-C to your phone. You also get a cable and everything kind of just tucked away right there. This thing holds so much battery. I haven't charged this since the day I got it. Really good piece to have. Now, next up, storage. Look, let's talk SSDs for a second here, because Apple storage is very expensive. So if you need an SSD to kind of supplement your iPhone, these are solid options. These are the Samsung T9 SSDs, and I absolutely love these guys because they are made really well. They have this nice rubber soft texture finish to them, and like, and like you can drop them and nothing's gonna happen. They're so well built and rugged, and I'm not afraid of these crashing or anything like that. I've used Samsung SSDs for years now, and I have a whole bunch of these different versions and whatnot, and I've never had any failures or any issues. Very reliable. These phones can now record in OpenGate ProRes RAW. Cinema camera quality levels that you're getting out of this, there is a catch. If you want to record in that way, you can only record it externally because it takes up a crap ton of storage. And for that, the SSD that I recommend is this one. This is the Lexar, I think it's like a magnetic SSD or something. Again, have it linked down below. This thing is like hyper cute, guys. Like, come on, like it doesn't get cuter than this. Like, look at this little thing. Okay, it's super soft touch finish, and basically what this can do is it has MagSafe built in. You don't have to have any other extra accessories or anything like that, and literally just MagSafes to the back of your iPhone, and oops, almost lost that iPhone. Once it's back there, you're good. Now what you can do is built in, this lanyard has a USB-C to USB-C cable, then you just go ahead and plug in, and boom! Now you have a mobile filmmaking rig right in the palm of your hands. You can record in ProRes RAW. So let me just to show you, you can go into like your Final Cut camera. I'm going to go ahead, pull this up. You have Apple ProRes RAW. And boom, it tells you I can now record up to like 2 hours, 4 minutes right onto this thing directly, which is insane. Like, I mean, this is 1 terabyte. This thing is fantastic, highly recommend it. The next item that I'm going to recommend here, and that is these Moment MagSafe mounts. Look, if you are looking to get more serious with your filming with your iPhone, you absolutely are going to need some way to mount your phone to a tripod. These things are absolutely clutch because what you can do is take a tripod and just screw something like this on there. Boom, now you have a MagSafe mount that your iPhone just attaches to. And like your iPhone's not going anywhere. It's a very strong connection. And now you can go ahead and kind of just set up your tripod and boom, like you can go ahead and film yourself if you need to. And when you don't need to, just take it off. It's MagSafe, right? And this also comes with like a hot shoe mount at the top. So if you want to attach like a mic, or if you want to attach like a light or something like that, you can do that. These Moment MagSafe mounts, very clutch. This one comes with a bunch of different like threads and stuff if you need it. This one is actually my favorite one because this I can record in portrait or I can record it in landscape. Now on that same topic, you're probably wondering what's a tripod I'm using. This is the tripod I would actually recommend you pick up if you are filming with your iPhone. These things are actually really nice. These are the Manfrotto Pixie tripods. Why I like these, super small, light, very well made. I've been having this for like over 10 years now, okay? And I still use this till this day. What I love about this is it has this button here for the ball head. I don't have to like screw or open anything. I can just press the button and kind of move the ball head around and just adjust the shot that I need to. Really, really handy. Last but not least, the last accessory that I'm recommending today is a nice charging cable, because come on, when you get an orange iPhone, your life's a little fun. Like, it's better than the people that are getting the other color iPhones. Like, it's a nice braided cable through and through, and it just has that little minimal Beats branding at the bottom, but it's a good cable. I kind of like this because it has really nice colors, and it's a 60-watt cable, which should be good enough to charge your iPad, phone, or pretty much anything. Okay guys, I lied. There's one more accessory, last one that I want to feature here. These are the Jordan Shattered glass board, and I love these because they actually match the iPhone really well. Look at that. The orange is like on point. I don't know, what do you guys think? Would you guys rock these? If you liked any of these, I would really appreciate you use my links to pick them up down below. And I would appreciate if you subscribed. I will see you guys on the next video. Until then, check out one of these 2 videos.